up, guys? This is your Hot Pass Stats with Cass. Every week I want to bring you the latest and greatest NASCAR analytics looking at the race ahead. This week we've got Sonoma on deck, the first road course of the season. I know I'm excited for it. I know some people might not be excited for it. Road courses can be interesting. Definitely the most unpredictable race of the season. I think there are a lot of things to consider. When we look at last year, you had Denny Hamlin. He almost took the win, but the crowd favorite Tony Stewart pulled it out and caught him on the last turn right into the home stretch. AJ Allmendinger, if he gets a good qualifying position and starting spot for this race, watch out. He is going to take the 47 car up, over, through, down, under, everything. Last year he took that car for a wild ride, and if it wasn't for a bad pit stop at the end, he too could have been right up there with Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin trying to take the win. Sonoma, 12 turns, 1.99 mile track, 110 laps. Anything can happen. Besides, there's wine involved, right? Alright, sweet. So now that we've kind of gone over how interesting this race is going to be, let's take a look at some of the analytics. So when we go in and we look at all the past races, and we're not going to look at absolutely everything, but we want to look at the last 10 years of races, because a lot of these guys have been around for a while. You've only got a handful of rookies this year. So let's go in and look at a few things. Let's look at understanding start position, understanding best finishes, how many spots have been moved by some of these guys, and so on. Because like I said before, your qualifying space in this race is really going to be important. I think maybe one time in history a driver has come from the back of the pack, back at 30, all the way up at Sonoma to win a race. Sonoma is much like Pocono in that you can take a pit and not drop a lap. So you've got, like I said, AJ Allmendinger coming in here. His best start was the first position. That was last year. He led a lot of laps. He has started at the back of the pack though, but you can see for a lot of these guys the last 10 years, they've started from the back of the pack. You know, AJ, I said before, 12.5 is about where he starts in the middle of the pack. When we start to look at it, you've got a lot of guys that have qualified in the top 5 here in the past. So definitely more to come. Qualifying times, I know AJ Chevy is going to be ready to go. Kasey Kahne, he has been having one heck of a season. I think this is the race that he and that team can really turn it around. Some of the drivers at Hendrick have been having a heck of a time, but I think this is one where he can really turn it around. Okay, the next thing let's take a look at understanding the ability to move up, the ability to switch your positions. So we're gonna come over here. We're going to come over here and look at the spots moved. I've already kind of filtered this, and we can see that Austin Dillon, he's raced at Sonoma 3 times in the last 10 years, and on average he's moved up 10 spots. So if Austin Dillon starts at spot number 10 or 10 through 1, he has a really good shot at finishing this race off well. He could definitely be a slinger here. Jimmie Johnson, this guy, once again, Hendrick, they've been having a heck of a year. You know, at Sonoma he has dropped 13 laps. I believe that was a crash. The most he's jumped up was 25. I definitely expect a really good run here from Jimmie. This will be his 11th race at Sonoma. Same for Kevin. Kevin's been coming from the back. Pocono, he had about 11 start. I can't remember exactly the number. Kyle Busch has come from nearly the back. Once again, he's raced here. This will be his 11th race in Sonoma. You know, he has moved up 29 spots in the past. However, at his worst, he's dropped almost 29 spots. He's dropped 26 spots. And his average is null. So his starting position is going to be key, but definitely expect him once again to start in the top 5. He is fast, and he's going to come flying around those corners. Austin Dillon, like I said before, that guy's gonna come at it. Ricky Stenhouse, he had an okay run at it in Sonoma last year. And Clint Boyer also had an okay run at it. We'll see where he ends up. And Dale, if Dale did not break his car last year right before the end and have that tire rubbing, he would have finished even better. So definitely expect more out of him. Alright, what else we want to look at? Here we go. So we are going to put in the average laps led here, and then we are going to put in the average spots moved. If some of y'all are looking at my screen going, what the heck is she using? I use Tableau. I love Tableau. I think it's a great thing. It's a great tool to help us visualize this data. So here we go. So this is telling us Jimmie Johnson, Clint Boyer, Kasey Kahne, Kevin Harvick, they all fall in this upper right hand quadrant. They have on average a fair more amount of laps led, and they have a larger average number of spots moved. Obviously larger being greater than 0, but on average they do that. We've also got some movers and shakers, like I said here before. Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher. Alrighty, so I think we covered it all. We're gonna see some people flying over the turns. We're gonna see them flying over, under, around. Basically, top 5 to 10 guys. Definitely expect a lot out of AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin. I know that Denny didn't really show well in some of the data points I had here. Kevin Harvick. I think this could be the week that Kasey Kahne turns it all around. But what do I know? Definitely gonna see some moving out of Kyle Busch. He is gonna come flying. He is gonna push him 3 wide with Dale Earnhardt Jr. around some of those turns. You don't go 3 wide, especially in Sonoma. We're gonna see some interesting stuff. So that's all I have for you guys for now. Tune in next week if you enjoyed this. If not, let me know. I love feedback. But definitely hang on to your cowboy hats this week. It is going to be a wild ride. That's all I got for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye.